Hi, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Smart Money Academy, and today we are going to be talking about the power of three, which is a massive concept, super advanced stuff. Well, not super advanced, but pretty advanced stuff. And I'm really excited to get straight into it. So let's do just that. Let me sure I'm filling my screen here. Yep, everything is good. All right. So the power of three. What does the power of three actually stand for is just the way markets work. Okay, so the market moves for four reasons. It accumulates, which means like it's loading up pretty much. It moves back to equilibrium. It goes to fill in inefficiencies, or it's taking out liquidity. Okay, this is what the market does at all times. So the power of three, also called AMD for accumulation, manipulation, distribution, is exactly what I'm going to show you right now, okay? The market is going to be doing this right here. Whatever, right? Like just kind of some shit like this. And then at one point, it's going to go like this, okay? So this is your market. When you look at this, you're just thinking, what in the hell is going on, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that this is actually exactly what we want. So here you have the accumulation phase, okay? Or A. So I'm gonna write A right here, okay? Here you have the manipulation, okay? Which I'm going to label M, okay? Right here. And right here, what do you have? The distribution, which I'm going to label D, okay? So this is your AMD. Now this is what markets do. This is how markets move, okay? So it creates liquidity, it loads up, it manipulates into usually like right here is going to be a higher time frame PD array right here. PD array being just an inefficiency or liquidity or whatever. So it's going to take out liquidity and then it's gonna go where you want it to go. So if you are bullish, let's say the market is going like this, right? Make it more realistic. Okay, so market is going like this, right? And you are bullish, and it starts accumulating, and you have a fair value gap like right here. You expect price to go take out the accumulation to then go take out the distribution or these equal highs here, right? You are bullish, okay? The market starts accumulating here. You can tell on the higher time frame you're bullish. On the lower time frame it starts accumulating. You have your EQ marked out. Let's say like this. Okay, right here. You have your PD array that you're looking at to take the trade. The market manipulates into your zone, and you take the trade off of it, targeting whatever you want to target. Right? This is a high probability setup. This is an A plus setup right here. I'm giving you guys a model right now, literally. Okay. Now, it's important to understand that me personally, as a trader, what made me profitable is when I started reacting instead of anticipating or just like entering randomly. Okay, so if this is your model and you start seeing it accumulate and you mark out your OTE and your fair value gap zone and it hits it and it breaks above, you have to understand accumulation is going to end with manipulation, and manipulation is going to happen fast and it's going to be with displacement. It's going to want to fake you out, okay? So this is why this candle right here, this one right here, is so sharp. It's so big because it's trying to show you displacement, but then it undoes it, proving to you that the drawn liquidity is indeed higher here, let's say. Okay? So with that being said, now we're going to jump right into the charts, okay? So if you look, okay, you started manipulating right here, Asia and London. What did we do here? Right? We took out this buy side And again, what happened? Go on lower time frames. Look at this displacement up. It looks like it wants to keep going, but it undoes it instantly. We learned the inverse fair value gap, right? Boom. Right there, inverse fair value gap entry. Bang. Capitalizing on all those gains. But what did it do? It accumulated, it manipulated, and then it distributed your drawn liquidity. Which is this, and is still untaken, by the way, to me. So tomorrow, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, you guys understand what I'm trying to say for now, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, confirmation, okay? We are reacting, we are not predicting. I'm not predicting the market to go here, but I know how markets move. I know what's going on. So I recognize the accumulation, I recognize the manipulation, and I recognize the start of the distribution phase. And what's funny is that on the lower time frame, right here, there's another one. Accumulation here. Zoom in. We'll zoom into the 15 seconds here. It's going to be very clear. Right here. Accumulation. It didn't quite take it, but I think ES did. So we're going to count that as a manipulation SMT right here into the distribution right here on the lower time frame. Same, exact same model, just on the lower time frame. This is a 15-second chart, by the way. I could go see right now very, very quickly if ES did do it, but I'm pretty sure it did. Right here, it actually created the SMT inverted. So pretty much a power of 3 just helps you expect trades and expect where it's going to go instead of trying to like predict it or chase it or feel like you're always late to it. You kind of, once you get this understanding, you kind of know what's going to happen, and if it doesn't happen, no trade. If it does happen, high probability trade, right? So I'm just gonna break it down very quickly. So accumulation just creates liquidity. It looks like chop. It's usually untradeable. It fakes everybody out. Search and destroy is a high time frame accumulation pretty much. When we're in a search and destroy day on the daily, usually on the 4 hour, we're accumulating. Is what that means. Okay. It's just like liquidity setups. It's untradeable. Okay. You don't trade the accumulation, but the manipulation you can trade. I don't recommend it, but and I don't do it personally. But you can trade the manipulation if you're really good. Once you get really good at this model. Okay. So manipulation right here. It's just to fake out. It's just to take out liquidity. It's just to take out equilibrium. It's just to fake people out, grab stops. Everybody's that's long on the accumulation for some ungodly reason right here, trying to target this high is and market's going like this, okay? Creating these equal highs, like this, and then market goes like this, and people enter long here on the break, trying to go to here, and they get insta stopped, manipulated. Why? Because markets know this. Okay, and the market goes like this, and they say, why am I always getting stopped out? But it's only because you're entering way too early. You need to recognize which phase we're in. Okay, so accumulation, manipulation, and you have your distribution right here. Okay, that's going to go like this. Then you can go into some standard deviation shit that I used to do that, but you can look that up on another YouTuber if you want. I'm not gonna go into that because you don't need it. Frankly, it's just overcomplicating it and just yeah. If you guys ask in the comments, I'll do it, but I don't plan on doing it. To go very quickly though, standard deviation, you would just go here, calculate your manipulation, and then you would expect where distribution is gonna. Okay, but I can go in details on what the metrics is and everything, but I'm not gonna do it unless I get asked. So this pretty much just traps retail, fills big orders, fills imbalances, fills equilibrium, gets ready for the next move. Okay, and then the distribution is just the real move, right? Displacement always out of this. You're looking for a big candle. And yeah, that's pretty much what AMD really is. Be careful not to get faked out by false breakouts, like I said. And usually you want to wait for some type of time. I'll go over that in another video, but 10 o'clock is a really good time. I'll write it down. 8:30, 8:30, 9:30, 9:50 to 10:10. Those are really good times to watch out for that accumulation, manipulation, distribution moment. Okay, I'm kind of curious to see what time it happened today, actually. I'll bring this down with us. We're here 9:30. 9:40 actually. So, yeah, right between these two. So I'll actually just put, honestly, I'll just put 9:30 to 10:10. Like those really good times to look for this type of trade. On the higher time frames, technically, you could even look at um, Asia as manipulation, London as manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Right here, not quite, but here, let's say, right, accumulation and on the higher time frame, manipulation, and then your distribution rate. Right, this is a higher time frame, same principle. You could even this is low key all accumulation still, and then the manipulation is just right here. Distribution starts like around here. So it's really, really powerful once you know what you're looking for. And because it's so good, because I'm going to say it a million times, guys, but you react to the market. You don't predict it, right? So there's a lot more confidence behind a trade that you're reacting to than a trade that you're predicting. So before taking any trades with this, you need to be able to identify your accumulation clearly, your manipulation, and you need to be able to identify when your distribution starts, okay? Because let's say here, the distribution does not start here. Why doesn't it start here? Because it doesn't break any form of structure. We've learned about the breaker structure. These are all black candles here. You're not breaking any structure. To break that structure, you will need to close above here. Okay, and we don't do that, but it creates new structure. It created this high here. Now we have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high, lower low, right here, higher high, lower high, higher high. Here you're broken. You can enter here, but it's a bit early. So here you're broken. Enter on the pullback, OTE, whatever. You end up entering here. Stop at the low. You don't get stopped out. You target the high 1 to 2.6. GG. And you can even let some winners run if you want. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, you predict, you identify your accumulation, you identify your manipulation, and you identify when the right time is to enter. We've learned about the breaker structure, guys. You can still keep your breaker structure fair value gap entries. That's fine. Your ICT 2022 mentorship. It's okay. We're not there yet in my mentorship. Okay, keep that. That still works out fine. Your accumulation, you have your manipulation, and then you have to know when to enter on the distribution. Okay, but we're gonna get into it in the later in the later SMA. Trust me. Quick reminder: not every session is going to have it. Most session is going to have it. Which whether it's on a bigger time frame, on a smaller time frame. Also make sure you guys practice this if you guys are gonna use this. It's a really powerful tool, but like anything in life, it does require a lot of practice to be able to be really good at it. If you guys are gonna do this, you should just stick to this. No other models for a while, and you'll see you'll turn profitable very quickly with this. Um, you have to make sure that you understand that the smaller power of threes are going to fill the smaller moves, whereas bigger time frame power of threes are going to fill bigger moves. So if you have a 15-minute power of three, it's probably going to trump a 15-second power of three. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, you guys need to understand that this goes along with every other concept as well. The trend, everything else, it's not random, but you have to keep your probability on your side. You keep the trend on your side. You keep EQ on your side. You keep everything else on your side. Okay, don't just look for power of threes and take blind trades and then they go blaming me. Okay, you need to use proper risk management with this as well, especially if you're going to trade accumulation, which you shouldn't. And yeah, I think I pretty much said everything I needed to say about Power of 3. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment below. Other than that, you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, you subscribe to my YouTube, ring the bell, and do a bunch of other things that I don't think about. Come watch me live on Twitch every morning. And if you guys have any comments or anything, leave them. I pretty much said that already. So have a good one, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the live. Peace.